Good evening, chaps and chapettes. Roger here. Welcome back to my little room, and more importantly, thank you. Thank you all very much indeed, because the last one is, I suppose you could call these vlogs, kinda, sort of, but basically the last one I did, I was very, very mopey indeed, very, very much being a pessimistic prat. But thank you for all your kind words and suggestions down below that you left in the comments last time. Just thanks. Thanks for the support, guys. But one thing I must have to say, because even like a certain wizardy fellow turning up again, because genuinely I thought you'd stop watching my stuff, because without interaction between you and me, I don't know that you guys are watching. That's why I find the comments so special to me, because it's always a case of like, yeah, when a view blibs up, it's like, yeah, okay, someone's looked at it. For all I know, it could be someone looking at something wanting to find something completely different, looked at it, realises something else, and naffed off. When someone leaves a comment, that's an actual human being leaving a comment. Even if it is just the generic spam stuff, it means at least a human being has gone to the video and watched it and decided to, yeah, this is worthy of saying something about. And words are so important, even if I'm rather the shits at them. But yeah, just thank you very much. Okay, okay. These are just there aren't really any kind of plans with regards to these little vlog things. I don't really want to do vlogs because, frankly, bugger all ever happens to me, so there wouldn't be much interesting to talk about. Well, the interesting things will probably get me fired from a job, but that's by the by. Back on YouTube stuff, I would like to give a special shout out, as always, to my good YouTube mate Spammels. Hey mate, just for giving a good few pointers on the channel itself and how things could be tidied up and moved around, made things look a bit better. If you go and have a look at the channel itself, you now see everything is all more in sort of like organised playlists rather than just being videos dotted around all over the shop. Thank you very much, Mr. Spammels. And yeah, he's right, because since the last vlog, things have picked up a bit more with views. I also said that also the Resi Outbreak series, for some reason, people really are liking, getting quite a few views on this, which I genuinely did not expect, because fortunately then the capture's not coming out too great on those. I'm still experimenting with the Elgato for PS2 recordings, because I'm having to use different cables and different settings. With the PS1 recordings, those are nice and easy, because they're off my PS3, so it's an HDMI cable right into the slot. Nice and simples. Not so for the PS2, but that's by the by. More importantly, so the today of recording is the 24th of October 2016. If you're watching in the future, I hope the lizards haven't eaten you too much. But just to let you know, I am keeping my promise. For this week at least, we're going back to daily. Today it's going to be a Game Jolt one-shot horror, which I found quite interesting, which will be up tonight, later. But just to let you know, this is the way things are going to go for the channel. Okay, like I said, I'm not going to quit. What I'm going to do is take one quick moment to readjust my head. Better. But just to let you know what's coming up in October, in October, today or even this month is October, Rock, you bloody idiot. But just to let you know that what's coming up in November, more than anything else, is this is the way things are going to go with regards to scheduling. I was originally going to try and go for like every single day of the week, Monday through Sunday, there would be a beer belch. There would be a different game on each day, so that would mean there'd be 7 or so games going on the trot, either as full LPs or like one-shots, and then the next week replaced by a different game, so on and so forth. Lots and lots of content, because there are so many, there's a ridiculous amount of games out there these days, so it makes sense to try and play as many as possible so that all you guys can see them. Of course, this does leave me spread a little thin, and it also means that it is a little bit tricky with doing like, because again, don't know how much you know about doing Let's Plays behind the scenes, but getting a game set up, going and running, and then doing lots and lots and lots and lots of episodes in a session, a la like the Game Grumps, for example, that is a lot easier than doing like a one-shot of a game, then going, setting up everything for a different game, and then going again, because games can have very, 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 very different technical settings behind them, which makes it a lot more tricky to do one-shots back to back to back to back to back. Doing a series, like for example with the Outlast series, I think I did a grand total of 2 recording sessions for all of those videos, and those came out okay. But yeah, but that's just the way it is. So what is going to happen is the little routine in the weeks, at least this week, if not the weeks coming, because as I said, I'm going to see how it goes with regards to how much stuff I can get going, because this week I've got a little bit more time than I would normally have. What is going to go is it is going to go a one-shot, then the next day is Let's Play number 1, then the next day Let's Play number 2, then back to the one-shot, so on and so on and so forth. That 3 repeating pattern all the week through. And more importantly, on the Saturdays, it will either continue that pattern, or if there's a special for some reason, if there's like a game which has caught my eye, or if I want to do like a proper vlog, not these sort of nonsensical things, that's what's going to turn up on Saturday. So think of Saturdays as the special days. So the other 6 days of the week, so there'll be like 2 of each LP a week, and there'll be 2 one-shots a week. That's what I'm going to go with, okay? So just to let you chappies and chapettes know, let me just scroll up on my screen here. So for November, what I've got planned coming up is Outlast Whistleblower, because now I've completed the Outlast main story itself. That's the DLC, and Outlast 2, the demo has dropped, which I have done. That should be up tomorrow, the 25th. All good fun, if a little bit tricky on the recording side. So that's going to be Let's Play number 1 out of that lot that I just mentioned. Let's Play number 2 is going to be a little bit more of an obscure game known as the Coma Cutting Class, or just the Coma. Basically, if you remember Lone Survivor from way back in the day, well, let's say way back in the day, it was more like 2012, 2013, something like that. That's basically what that sort of game is like. So basically, although we've got kind of 2 horror games back to back, they're very, very different styles of horror games. And, you know, that's the point. I do like horror games more than anything else. I do like, obviously, the silly games which you get to laugh at a bit. But it's just, there's something special about the horror games. Just that little sort of feeling of, like, you're sort of a little bit scared at them, but you've also got the fact that you're safe because, you know, it's a freaking computer game. And just one last little thing before we go. I don't know if I'm going to pop it up either here or over there or below me here, but that little link on there, which there will be an actual clickable link down in the description, I've signed up with something called Epic Blade. Basically, it's a little freebie web service, very much beta at the moment, but basically what it is if you go to that link below, you'll get through to my YouTube creator page on there. And basically on that page, you'll be able to directly tell me what sort of games you'd like me to play. Now, it's all very much, and again, thank you for the kind words last time, but everyone was sort of like, oh, well, just play the games that you like playing, Rog, and that will be good. That's what I've been doing for 2 years, okay? And like I said, I would like to grow. Of course, everyone who does a YouTube channel would like to grow, even in like small increments and that, but now I'm just sort of bobbing around the 40 mark. As I said, it's not, I know it's numbers, it's numbers, but there are people behind those numbers, and the more people that I make laugh or laugh at me, I'm perfectly happy with either. That just makes me just feel good, and I like feeling good, you like feeling good, so why not let's just work it all together to make things work out. I am far too drunk for this early in the day. But if you have a look-see at that, you'll be able to directly let me know what sort of games you like to play, and it's like a voting system, so you can say X people voted for this game, and I'll know what you'd like to see me play, or what you think it would be interesting to see me play. I'd just like to say, so my PC, which I've got down here, is the new one which I mentioned on the last vid, which is pretty beastly. It looks more like a bloody mini fridge. And maybe if I ever do a setup tour, you'll see it. But basically, that has solved now my recording problems with regards to PC games. With regards to the stuff recording off of consoles with the Elgato, again, those are okay. But I'm still getting a bit of trouble with getting the webcam all synced up. That might require a bit more tinkering, which I may or may not have time to do, which is why, as for the next month, for November, it's just going to be PC stuff. For the rest of this particular week, the week of the beginning the 24th, it's going to be what recordings I have left over. So there's going to be like some Game Dev Tycoon, there's going to be a couple of PS2 games, that sort of thing. Suggest games there, by all means. I would say go for PC games primarily, or PlayStation 1, 2 or 3 games, more than anything else. I do have like an old Nintendo 64, for example, but Nintendo Let's Plays... Seriously, if you don't know about that by now, you're never going to know. But yeah, but some things like, for example, like little obscure little indie games that people may not have seen or may not know about, that'd be a good one to. Those would be good ones to suggest. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to say today, guys. So thank you all very much indeed for watching this silly little video of mine. Obviously, this sort of video is more for the people already subscribing. If for some reason this is the first time you've ever seen me, then good on you for sticking around this long. If you go have a look in the archives of the channel, there'll actually be some more interesting stuff to have a look-see at. But yeah, thank you all very much indeed. I'm Rog, you've been wonderful. Good night.